Okay, and we're live. Okay, so welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for your latest Manchester United news regarding the takeover, all transfer news as well coming up. So plenty to get into on the show. So in the last couple of minutes, it has emerged that by the end of the week, Manchester United are expecting to name a preferred bidder. Now that is massive because finally, after months and months and months, we seem to be getting somewhere with the takeover. Honestly, it feels like a process that has been ongoing for most of our lives. This all started back in October, of course. The Glazers announced they would be seeking strategic investment alternatives. So basically, we want to sell the club for as much money as physically possible. That was what they went with. So this has come from the Independent in the last couple of minutes. So obviously this is brand new news that we are reacting to live on the channel here. So what does this mean for Manchester United? Well, if we have the preferred bidder, simply put, we can move forward with negotiations. Finally, finally, we are moving forward, and it is about time because this has been going on for weeks now. Whether it's Radcliffe, whether it's Qataris, at least we're getting somewhere. At least we might have a bit of resolution because the main title of this stream is that the Glazers are screwing Eric Ten Hag, and this is something we've seen in the last couple of days come out from the press, come out from the media, of course. Manchester United basically can't make signings at the moment. We cannot buy any players because we don't know what's happening with the ownership. We don't know the funds. We don't know how much money we're going to be able to spend. That is a big problem whenever you're going out into the window trying to compete with the likes of Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle United. Teams like that are only going to strengthen in the summer. We obviously have massive investment that we have to make into. Have to go out and buy new striker, at least one, another midfielder, defenders, goalkeeper. We have a big summer coming up, and this can only be good news that we're finally moving forward. Now, this process was meant to have been completed by the end of March, so we are 2 or 3 months later, but we finally seem to be making progress. We finally seem to be getting somewhere with this. Now, I think this comes very coincidentally with the main title of the stream, of course, and that is that the Qataris are set to make a 5th bid for Manchester United. Sheikh Jassim, of course, growing very frustrated with the Glazers. They're constant looking for more money pinching, desperately trying to get some more cash out of this deal. But the Qataris could make a 5th bid. Now, the last bid they made came in at around 5.5 billion. This surely this next bid has to be 6 billion, what the Glazers have wanted all along. And with that, maybe we can move on with hit my mic there. Sorry for any of horrible feedback caused there. But yes, if we can move on with the sale, we can then move on with the summer transfer window. So of course we are running that in the poll in the comments down below, and that is of course United big links to Min Jae off Napoli in the summer. So if you guys think we should sign Min Jae, let me know down below. Vote on the poll. At the minute, 5 votes, 100% of you people want to see Kim at Manchester United next season. That's a big endorsement of his quality, of his talent, his ability. And I think we have 3 centre-backs, Min Jae, Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane. What a trio that is. And of course, Victor Lindelof on top of that. Fully expect Harry Maguire to be moved on in that case. But moving back to the main topic of tonight's show, and that of course is that has to be the takeover. This is, simply put, the most important thing going on at Manchester United. Not just this season, but indeed for the last couple of years. This is an absolutely vital stage in the history of our football club. This is one of the most important times to be a Manchester United fan, and we need this to go the right way. So whether you guys want Jim Radcliffe or whether you want Sheikh Jassim, this has to go the right way. The Glazers have to be gone from this club, in my opinion. And I think that's probably the biggest indication tonight, is that if they're going to name a preferred bidder, that means finally they can enter into one-to-one negotiations, quickly wrap up a deal, and the Glazers can be gone. Now, this, of course, all coincides with something we've been fed all week from the media, from the news, and they have been saying, of course, that Manchester United are aiming to have the deal wrapped up by the end of the season, and after the season, more talks would take place. That kind of all links together. It does seem to have a lot of Truth in that report that came out, of course, from many outlets, the Daily Mail, the Telegraph, the Independent, Daily Mirror, everybody was reporting this pretty much all at the one time. So what does that mean for Manchester United? Well, that means if we have a preferred bidder, we can quickly move on with the summer. Now, it was proposed by Sheikh Jassim, by Jim Radcliffe as well, that should this happen, should they be giving the green light to become the preferred bidder, put in their own offers for Manchester United, that they would be allowed to run transfers. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen. The Glazers have indicated they are not willing to do that. So that's not great news in my opinion. But guys, can see some more people joining in. If you guys want to vote on the poll, and let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on the latest Manchester United news that a preferred bidder will be named by the end of the week. A massive development, something absolutely huge in the whole takeover story. This is something that has been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I'm sure you guys are as fed up with it as I am. We want it to be done. We want it to be over. But we are also running a poll in the comments, so if anybody wants to vote on that, and that is whether or not Man United should sign Min Jae, and that is closely linked to the takeover. Of course, Manchester United unable to make signings at the current moment because of the sale ongoing. That's concerning. That is something that has to be fixed. That is something that has to be rectified very, very quickly, in my opinion. Otherwise, we will be left behind. Other teams, they will be out making signings in the next couple of weeks. United, we seem to be lagging behind. Obviously, we can't go out and spend so much money on a striker and blow our entire budget if that's how it's going to go. We need other areas enforced. We need more players brought in key positions. Now, what does this all mean then? So, we can see from the title, from my opinion, and I'm sure you guys share the same opinion, this is the Glazers once again screwing over this football club. Once again, by holding onto this sale, dragging it out as long as possible to get every last penny out of QATAR or out of Jim Radcliffe, they're screwing us, they're screwing Erik ten Hag, they're screwing the football club once again. Now, these guys, they just do not care, man. They honestly do not have a single thought about this club in their head. It is purely money, money, money for those guys, as we all well know. But can see some more people joining in. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you guys want to vote on the poll, let me know. Should Man United sign Min Jae summer? Would you like to see that transfer happen? Let me know on the poll, of course, as well. And any more thoughts on the takeover as a whole? Of course, the big news coming out for anybody who's missed it, anybody just joining us, anyone just looking at their phones, is that Manchester United are finally expected to name a preferred bidder by the end of the week. That is a sign of progress at long, long last, and that is something that we've been waiting a long time for. This is months upon months in the making. This should have happened months ago. Honestly, we know that. We fans know that. The club knows that. The players. Erik ten Hag himself knows that. When you have the manager of Manchester United coming out and saying that he does not know how much money he can spend in the summer transfer window, that is a damning statement of where we are at the football club and where this sale is going, where this ownership is taking us. And it's so, so important that we go and get ourselves a proper owner. But I'm going to ask you guys, as we do on every single stream regarding the takeover, who would you prefer, sorry, QATAR or Jim Radcliffe? Who do you guys prefer? Who do you want to become the owner of Man United? Let me know in the comments down below. I will put a poll up very quickly for that as well, if you guys want to get voting on that. But any more thoughts, get them into the comments, guys. Of course, big news for anybody just joining us, and that is a preferred bidder is meant to be named by the end of the week. Expected be named by the end of the week. I cannot stress the importance of that enough, because finally, we have movement, we have development. So I'm going to pin that in the chat. Of course, it probably will get busy in the chat down below later on, as always, but we cannot hope for more at this current moment in stage. Very important development, both in terms of the takeover as a whole, and a summer transfer window as well. So guys, any more thoughts, let me know in the comments. If you guys want to keep voting on the poll, that is whether or not Man United should sign Min Jae, and we will move on to Kim very shortly, because the rumours are starting to pick up. There looks to be something really serious in this, and of course, what does that mean for our current players, our current centre backs? Where does that leave their positions long term? We will get into that in just a moment, but just to recap, preferred bidder expected, QATAR expected to make a fifth bid for Manchester United. So that news goes hand in hand with each other. Of course, the Qataris, Jim Radcliffe, everyone involved in the takeover will know what is happening before the rest of us. That is just the nature of this type of deal, this type of footballing business. That's to be expected. But what was not expected, sorry, was that we would have a preferred bidder by the end of the week. So that will mean we will know finally who will become the new owner of Manchester United by the end of the week. And whether you want Radcliffe, whether you want QATAR, that is a massive, massive development that nobody can deny. And that surely is going to be a sign of progress, that we are finally moving on from the Glazer ownership, from the Glazer years. The era of the Glazers is finally coming to an end, and that is something we have wanted for 18 long years at this football club. Finally, we are getting to that point. So with that in mind, guys, we're going to move on really quickly and touch on Min Jae, a player who has been heavily linked to Manchester United in the past couple of days and weeks. Someone who we have scouted all season long, according to Fabrizio Romano, of course. And Min Jae, he certainly is one of the top centre-backs in all of European football. If you guys want to let me know on the poll in the comments, do you think United should sign Min Jae? Let me know down below on that poll. Can see some more people joining in. So welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the channel. You guys are new, of course, as well. But yeah, Min Jae, what a player. Could he be a difference maker for Man United? I certainly think so. I certainly think he has the talent, the ability, the leadership on the pitch. And what he can bring is offer something very, very different to what we have. He is one of the best passing centre-backs in all of world football. Imagine him with Lisandro Martinez. That is quite a partnership. Rafael Varane in there as well. But let's have a quick rundown of what this could mean for our current centre-back. So, Lisandro Martinez, he's a left centre-back. Min Jae is a right centre-back. Lisandro Martinez is absolutely fine. Rafael Varane is an interesting one. Obviously, fantastic season for him, but we do have to ask questions over his injury record. Can he last a whole season, or do we need a good, reliable, high-quality backup? Someone to come in, maybe even take his place from time to time. I think we need that. Harry Maguire, that man's gone. We know this already. There is no chance Harry Maguire will be at this club next season. Victor Lindelof, it all depends on what he wants. I think Victor Lindelof in the last couple of weeks has been exceptional. Very, very high level of performance. But it's whether he wants to be a fourth choice centre-back, because he would be fourth choice behind Martinez, Varane, Min Jae. Certainly Lindelof would be in the fourth centre-back option. Now, obviously teams need centre-backs. We do need that sort of rotation. Look at Man City. Those guys have Laporte, Stones, and Diaz, and Ake, and Akanji. We need depth like that across the pitch, and I think Min Jae certainly could bring that to Manchester United. So any more thoughts, guys? Keep voting on the poll down below. That is, should Man United buy Min Jae? Currently, 100% of you guys think we should buy Min Jae. Completely agree with that. I would love to see him at the club. We are working on a scouting video this week, an in-depth look at who he is as a player, how he plays, where he would fit in, his strengths and weaknesses as well. According to many sources and the stats, this man is absolutely fantastic, and he could be the first signing of Erik ten Hag's second season in charge of Manchester United. With a buyout of £40 million, I think this is a bid we cannot miss. Buyout clause is only available in the month of July. We cannot afford to miss out. We need to go out and get Min Jae. But guys, any more thoughts, let me know in the comments. Keep voting on the poll as well. 9 votes now, and everybody wants us to thank Min Jae. A real testament to the type of player he is. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with him as well. Everyone on the channel certainly does know their ball. Good ball knowledge in the United philosophy community for sure. So we will move back to the main topic of conversation, the main topic of Manchester United, and that is the takeover and what the latest regarding the takeover is at this current moment in time. So yes, guys, you can see from the pinned comment in the chat, and that is that Manchester United are fully expecting to name a preferred bidder by the end of the week. That is coming out from The Independent initially. Of course, some very good reporters there. They are a reliable news outlet, so I would listen to them when they do speak on this sort of stuff. I think certainly we have waited a long time for this. We have needed this for a very, very long time, and this is a big, big development. Obviously, we can see the Glazers. We know how much those guys care about this club. They just do not care. take all the money out of Manchester United. They come to London, they spend £250,000 on their own expenses, staying in hotels, fancy meals. Those guys, we need rid of them at this club, man. And with news of a preferred bidder coming in, also comes news of a fifth bid from Qatar. Are the two linked? I certainly think so. I think in the last couple of weeks we saw the Glazer family staying at a hotel owned by the Qatari family. All of a sudden, another bid goes in from Qatar. That cannot be questioned. You have to think something was going on behind the scenes there. And now, all of a sudden, we are having talk of a preferred bidder being named and a fifth bid from Qatar. So, surely these two factors are related. Surely there has to be some sort of a link between the two of them. Personally, I think that there certainly is. I think for me, this could be Qatar becoming the preferred bidder. Obviously, I'm not in the know. I'm not a guy who's sitting here pretending to have sources in Man United. We can only react to what we see in the press, put things together for ourselves, form our own opinions. That is what we do on the channel, and that is what us fans have always done. And we have to think there is something at play here. You put on one hand talk of a preferred bidder, so that is a bidder whose bid has been accepted and they will enter into separate terms. And you put on the other hand a new bid from Qatar coming in. That has to be linked. There is no way that is not linked. There is definitely something bigger happening here, and I would fully expect to find out in the next couple of hours and the next couple of days as this situation develops further. So I do think, certainly for me, things are happening at Manchester United. To quote to quote that guy from last summer, man, things are happening at Manchester United. Things are definitely going down in the next couple of weeks. Certainly expect big movement on this. Erik ten Hag, the man, has done a great job. We can see in the title we have put in there that he has been screwed by the Glazer family. Once again, I certainly agree with that. I'm sure you guys do as well. Whenever we're looking at a football club of Man United size, stature, importance, the rebuild that we still need to do, we need to buy a new striker, spend a lot of money on that position, new defenders, perhaps another midfielder or two, and we're going into a transfer window, going up against Man City, a team who could win the treble, going up against Newcastle United, who've just finished in the Champions League and have an infinite pool of money behind them from Saudi Arabia. Looking at Liverpool, definitely going to get better for next season. Chelsea will spend another 500 million this summer easily. Arsenal are well ahead of us, and they will invest further in their team. We will be left behind if we do not go out and strengthen in this summer transfer window. If we do not go out and get a striker, we will fall further behind, because whilst our defence has been good this season, we have the most clean sheets in the entire Premier League. We have only scored 2 more goals than Leicester City, who are going to get relegated. I mean, the need for a striker is so desperate at this football club. We have Bruno Fernandes, the man who has created the most chances in European football this season, and he only has 12 assists. We desperately need a striker, and I think even signing a striker is more important than another midfielder, defenders, going out and buying a new goalkeeper. We have to go on a striker, and we have to go big, because we need a world-class striker. If we're getting an Osimhen, a Harry Kane, a Vlahovic, a Gonzalo Ramos, perhaps, someone of that size, someone of that stature, they're going to command a massive transfer fee. And at the minute, we can't spend money because the Glazers are holding on for every last penny, trying to squeeze every last drop out of Qatar or Jim Radcliffe. And that is the position we find ourselves in as a football club. So once again, it is very safe to say the Glazers have screwed Manchester United, screwed Erik ten Hag, and screwed us fans. And nobody can deny it. I don't think anybody would argue with that. But guys, we are running a poll in the comments, and that is whether United should sign Min Jae. Of course, big links to him coming out in recent weeks and days. A player who Fabrizio Romano himself has said, we have been scouting from October. That is a lot of scouting. That is a lot of following around Min Jae. It does beg the question why we didn't go after him last season when he was available for 20 million from Galatasaray, but we're not that type of club. We tend to overpay for players, don't get them in early. But Min Jae, that is a player who we all want to see at Manchester United. One of the best centre-backs in Europe at the moment. We need him in our team. Definitely. As well. So moving on to a little bit of transfer news for you guys. Something we were literally just talking about. This is coming from Graham Bailey, of course. And that is that Manchester United are considering signing 2 new strikers this summer to address long-standing issues in front of goal. So let me know your thoughts on that one, guys. What strikers would you like to see Man United sign? Get your thoughts into the comments. Let me know down below. Obviously, Harry Kane, a big one. Everybody seems to think we're going to go for Harry Kane. I would love to see us get Osimhen. I think Osimhen would be absolutely fantastic. If we're bringing two strikers in, why not go for Osimhen and Gift Orban? What a pair they would be. Gift Orban, fantastic young player coming through at Ghent in the Belgian league. 20 goals in 20 appearances this season. The guy is scoring a goal every 70 minutes he plays. That is ridiculous. And people say it might just be the Belgian league, but Kevin De Bruyne came through the Belgian league. Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku. We can't discount that. We have to go and get these players, because what Manchester United have been doing for many, many years is going out, letting players like Gift Orban go to a Benfica or a Borussia Dortmund. When we could have signed them earlier, we would rather turn around and spend 100 million to buy them 2 or 3 seasons later. That's not good enough. And that's why I think we need to get Min Jae. Min Jae could be absolutely fantastic, revolutionary for this football club, and we can get him for £40 million if we get him early in July. Have to do it. We have to take that opportunity, in my opinion. But guys, let me know your thoughts on the poll, because I can see plenty more people joining in as well on the stream. Would you guys like to see us buy Min Jae in the summer? Let me know down below. Keep voting on the poll. 21 votes, 100% of people say yes. That's a big endorsement. You guys do know ball. Like, we've had these conversations before about players. Everybody thinks Min Jae could be very, very good for Manchester United, and I'm sure you guys agree. Whenever you look at City, for instance, having Laporte and Diaz, Stones, Akanji, Nathan Ake, Liverpool, of course, having plenty of centre-backs. Chelsea, we need to go out and have some squad depth, and that is what we need as a football club. But plenty of people joining in, guys, so welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. So we're here with the latest United news. Of course, the pinned message in the chat, you guys can see it as well. That has come from the Independent. That is, Manchester United expect to name a preferred bidder by the end of the week. Absolutely massive. We cannot understate the importance of that. Finally, we are having development on the sale, and that is absolutely huge, and I'm sure you guys are very, very excited. As well as that, we're running a poll in the comments. 28 people have voted, and 100% of them have said we should buy Min Jae in the summer. You guys want Kim, I want Kim, Eric Ten Hag wants Kim. Let's go out and get him. But guys, any more thoughts, let me know down in the comments. Get your comments in. Fully interactive show, of course, and everybody's comments we will talk about, we will read them out, and of course we will engage with everybody, because that's what the channel is all about. The building a community, talking to you guys. It is one of the favorite things in my entire life. I love doing this show with you guys, and there will be plenty more streams coming up. We will be live, of course, tomorrow night as well, live after the Chelsea match on Thursday, live Friday, and live Sunday as well. So plenty of live comment coming up on the channel. So guys, keep letting me know down below in the comments. Obviously 30 votes now. Everybody wants Min Jae. New comment in there from Daz. How's it going, man? Fifth bid. Yes, so talk of a fifth bid by QATAR has come out tonight. Now, this has come side by side with regards to the pinned comment. So obviously we have expected to be naming a preferred bidder this week. It has come out from a couple of sources today that the Sheikh Jassim would consider making a fifth bid. Now, the fourth bid went in a couple of weeks ago. I think we were live on in, of course. The Glazers, they still want more money. They still want to drag the process out. So this has come out in the last couple of hours from several outlets that QATAR and Sheikh Jassim would consider one final take it or leave it bid. This, of course, comes amongst rumours, but now it's definitely not happening that QATAR would consider buying West Ham United. That's just a negotiation tactic. But we will be getting towards the end of it. And by the very nature of naming a preferred bidder, should that be QATAR, there will be more bids involved, because whenever you name a preferred bidder, it's like pulling Sheikh Jassim into a private room and you go back and forward on the price. Eventually you get there, shake hands, and you walk out, and that's the deal done. So more bids will come in from QATAR or from Jim Radcliffe, if that's who it is. New comment in there from Saint Don Bosco. Those bloody Glazers. Yes, man. That's another part that we have been talking about tonight. It's definitely in on the title, and that is that Ten Hag has been screwed over by the Glazer family once again. We've seen this here all season long. Just pay what they want, really, says Daz. Yeah, man, that is a real possibility that Sheikh Jassim just gets fed up and pays the money. Now, of course, that has impacts for him as a businessman. Doesn't mean that he'll probably overpay for everything moving forward, but if he really wants the club, if he if he genuinely wants to buy this club, I think maybe he should just overpay and just pay the money. It's 6 billion. He has offered 5.5 billion. The guy the guy can afford another 500 million, in my estimation. So maybe he is safer just doing that. But guys, plenty of people joining in. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new, and we are running a poll in the comments, so that is relating not to the takeover, but to the transfer window, and that is Min Jae, a player from Napoli who has been heavily linked to Manchester United in recent days and weeks. Talk about a £40 million release clause in his contract for the month of July. That is something we have to take advantage of. Have to go out, get a player of that quality who will bring in so much depth. Now, we know that United will be moving centre backs on. I fully expect Eric Bailly to go. Axel Tuanzebe will be leaving. Harry Maguire, the club captain, I firmly expect to be leaving in the summer transfer window, and that will leave a big gap for another centre back to come in. And I think Min Jae could be that perfect man. I think the way he plays the game, his talent on the ball, his leadership, his defensive quality is absolutely fantastic, and he would be so good for Manchester United. Imagine if we went to a big team, we went away to the Etihad or Anfield, and we put out a back three: Varane, Martinez, Min Jae. That defense is not conceding many goals. That is a formidable backline, and it'll give us even more options. We can play three at the back. We can rest Rafael Varane. Of course, Varane, we know by his nature, the guy does pick up injuries time to time, and it means we have a top quality player waiting to take his place, either permanently in the starting 11 or come in and fill in for him when he is injured. Of course, imagine the jump in quality if you're going from Harry Maguire being your backup centre back to Min Jae. That is absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure you guys completely agree with that, and that is why he is winning that poll. 39 votes, 100% of people have said yes to signing Min Jae. That is absolutely fantastic, and I'm very excited about the prospect of having him at the club. I'm sure you guys are as well. Even more votes going in, so guys, thank you very much for voting on that so far. 42, and everybody wants us to buy Min Jae. We want that strength and depth. We want the squad quality. That is what we will be having this transfer window, but it all comes down to one key factor. One factor alone will determine the success or failings of our transfer window. That is the sale. That is what everything comes down to at Manchester United at the moment. Erik ten Hag is doing everything he can on the pitch. Players are playing well. We are developing. I'm sure we have a long list of players that we want to buy. It all comes down to the sale. You comment in there from AA. Welcome back, man. Says good evening, Stefan. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, man. Good to see you back on the channel. Good to see the support as always. But yeah, man, if you want to know, let me know your thoughts. Do you think we should be buying Min Jae? New comments in there. New bid, Sheikh Jassim, 5.8 billion, according to Lucky Singh. I'll have to check that one out, man. And AA says, missed the show, mate, just tuned in now. What did I miss? And we've just really been talking mainly about the takeover. So the big news, and it is the pinned comment. It is the pinned comment down below. That there is a preferred bidder will be named this. That is the big news, and that means that separate negotiations can happen. We can go out, have a proper sit down with that respective party, be it Radcliffe, be it Tories, and have a final bid, a final offer, and it can be accepted then. Other than that, we were talking about Min Jae to Manchester United, something we are running in the poll. 53 people have voted, 100% of people have voted yes. So that's a quick recap for you guys. Marcos in there with a hi. Hi, man. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, man, good to see you. Sheikh Jassim, we bid again, says Lucky Singh. Completely possible. We don't know what will happen. We can only react to the news as it comes in. So I will have a quick search to see if anything else has come out. I'm expecting news to break tonight. From what we've seen in the press, from what we've heard about preferred bidders going in, something big could be happening at Manchester United very soon. Of course, Graham Bailey has said the uncertainty about Man United's ownership situation complicates transfers, but the club have already identified their targets and will be making advances. So that's positive. I think regardless of the takeover, that is good news because we cannot afford to fall further behind. We've said this before in the show. We said this earlier on. What could happen is if we don't have the ability to make signings, all of a sudden we are at the end of July, the takeover's just been complete, and then we're paying double the amount for every player. and everybody else has already had pre-seasons with their new signings. They'll know their team's game, they play well together, and we're left behind, and we cannot afford that. We actually have our first vote against signing Min Jae in the comments down below, so there is always one or two people who do not want to see us sign somebody. But yeah, if you did vote no for signing Min Jae, let me know down below. Why do you think that is? Is it because you think Raphael Varane should still be the first choice? I mean, I agree. I think Varane is fantastic if that is your line of thinking, but I think we need more. I think if Maguire leaves, Eric Bailly leaves, perhaps Lindelof could leave. I think we need another centre back. Sure. So moving on really quickly, guys. Let's have a look at some of the latest Man United transfer news. Something that always gets you guys excited, gets me excited as well. I love transfer windows. So obviously we've been talking about Min Jae, but a couple of players we want to talk about as well. So a player who has been linked to United quite heavily from last summer and again this summer is Adrien Rabiot. What's your guys' thoughts? Would you like to see us bring in Rabiot on a free transfer? I don't know. I mean, on a free, maybe. Guy, like, I mean, apparently he has trouble off the pitch. Maybe we don't want that at the club. Has said with their Saudi money, Jim Radcliffe will take us nowhere. He'll spend every penny buying the club, and after that, zero investment in the club. He's Glazers 2.0, in my opinion. And Lucky Singh has said, "Shik to Sam, I don't mind Min Jae." Yeah, I mean, this is something I have noticed amongst you guys and amongst members of the channel and people who are always on here supporting. So thank you very much. A lot of people prefer the thought of Qatari ownership. Now, for me, there's a lot of positives to think about the money, the investment that could be done straight away. And I think we said this last week on one of the shows. Whenever you think about it, what Jim Radcliffe could do in 5 years, Qataris could probably do in 2 years. A new comment in there from Ronaldson on a free. Yes, I'm assuming that's about Adrien Rabiot. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Rabiot down below. Obviously, we need to go out and bring in some more midfielders because at the moment our midfield options are Casemiro and Eriksen. Both are over 30. Then we have McTominay and Fred, and there's big questions about how good they are. We don't think they're good enough long term for United. Is Rabiot better than McTominay and Fred? He probably is, but obviously he does come with some baggage. Apparently he is a little bit disruptive off the pitch, so that will have to be factored in. I think as well, personally, if I was in charge of United's transfers, I think signing Marcel Sabitzer on a free could be a good option. What's he going to be, like 20 million from Bayern? I think the guy knows the club, he knows the players, he's settled in. I think he could be a very smart signing for that type of money. But as well, guys, let me know your thoughts. Should we buy Marcel Sabitzer in the summer on a permanent deal? Let me know down below on that one. But yeah, in terms of the transfer news, I think I put it into the comments there. I'm not 100% sure. A couple came in. Yes, so this is coming out from Graham Bailey. This actually is some breaking news in relation to transfers. Now, it's not naming specific players or anything, but oh wait, hold on. Apologies, I put the wrong comment in there, guys. So apparently United have gone out and we've identified our targets for the window. That is big. That is important news. Apparently, according to Graham Bailey, now obviously it's a big interview he has done, putting plenty of news out there for us all to get excited about. He has said in relation to signing Harry Kane is that there is not huge confidence at United about securing a deal for Harry Kane. Tottenham want £100 million minimum. United will explore it, but will be prepared to move on to other players should Spurs not move on the price. So, guys, that is a big one. Harry Kane very heavily linked to United at the moment. A player we could see brought in the summer. One of the best strikers in the game currently. Big questions, of course, about his long-term future. How long Harry Kane keep going? The man is 30 now, like, and perhaps we need to move on. But that's a question for you guys. Would you guys like to see Harry Kane signed in the summer? Just trying to trim this down really quick so I can fit it in here. There we go. Yeah, apparently, like, for some reason, YouTube chat has like a maximum text limit. It's really annoying, but there is the comment down below for you guys to read, to react to. So there is not a huge confidence at United about securing a deal with Daniel Levy and Tottenham for Harry Kane. Now, Harry Kane, fantastic player. I mean, what's it, 28 goals this season in the league. That's incredible. And he is a guy making the most opportunities for Spurs. Should we sign him? I don't know. Apologies for that. Lucky singing there with Kolo Muani. Yes, I do like Kolo Muani. I think he could be a very good signing for United. Certainly a talented player, doing well in the German league. Wouldn't mind seeing Kolo Muani at United. It's whether or not he will be the only striker. I think if we brought two players in, maybe like Gift Orban or Rasmus Højlund could be a really good option for us. If we brought him, that could be really good. He commented in there from Lucky as well. Is I want goat Manchester. You comment in there as well from Double A with I love Harry Kane at United, but for the ridiculous asking price, Daniel Levy can go day one. Also, no Osimhen. I feel like he's a one season wonder, and if he's done a little quiet, go get Evan Ferguson, one for the future. Ireland, yes, man. Of course, anybody who does not know or cannot work out the accent, it is an Irish accent. I'm Irish, and I do really, really like Evan Ferguson. I think he's a great, great young player. Very, very talented. And he could be, he genuinely could be like the next Harry Kane. I think he has that level of ability. I think he has that level of talent. It's whether or not this is the right move for him at this moment in time. I would love to see it. Honestly, I think he could be one for the future. Could be a very, very smart signing for us. But it all depends on him, on those around him. If he's coming in as like a backup striker, that's not good for his development. Of course, United did sign Wayne Rooney at the same age for a large amount of money. Evan Ferguson available for around 50 million apparently. And what the most annoying thing is, and I'm sure you guys have seen this today, and that is that we had Evan Ferguson at a youth trial. We could have signed him for nothing, and we didn't. I mean, come on, like this is the story of Manchester United in recent summers and the recent windows, is having these amazing young players. I mean, we had Martinelli at the club twice on trial. He played matches for the under-21s team, and we didn't sign him either time. And now look how good he's doing for Arsenal. And Evan Ferguson carrying it up for Brighton. We could have had him for free. We could have bought Jude Bellingham from Birmingham. Manchester United, we've made some big, big mistakes in recent years. Lucky Sings is Vlahovic from me. Yep, I really like Vlahovic. One of the first players who we did a real in-depth scout report on. I will do another one on him. I feel like an updated report could be good, because Vlahovic, definitely a very, very good striker, doing well for a poor Juventus team, and I'm very impressed with how he's done this season, and I think he could be a really good option. Probably we can sign him for a lot cheaper than what an Osimhen would be, or a Harry Kane. I think Vlahovic could be a very sensible signing, as could Gonzalo Ramos from Benfica, two very, very good players who would definitely take Manchester United to another level. And yeah, scouting. Yes, man, we will. Do you know what, man? Lucky, just for you, man. I will do another Vlahovic scouting report. Promise on that. But you can hold me to it. Any more thoughts, guys? Get them into the comments. 108 people have voted on the poll. Lots of support on the poll, and 97% of people want us to sign Min Jae. So I would love the man at United. I think he'll be so talented, so good in that team. A couple of other players who you have been linked to in recent days, of course, Gift Orban is one. He has come out with some great quotes. Gift Orban, of course, saying he wants to play for a serious Premier League team, but he wouldn't play for Arsenal. Sign him already based on that. What great young player as well, to be fair. Other players, of course, linked to United. Currently, we're looking again at Frankie de Jong. I mean, we've been here, we've done this, we've seen how this story goes. Frankie de Jong doesn't want to join United. We shouldn't go after him for a second summer. There are definitely players who would love to see us buy. One player who we have been linked to in recent weeks in terms of midfield signings is Moses Caicedo of Brighton. Now, there seems to be consensus at Brighton that Caicedo might leave in the summer. Of course, Arsenal bid 70 million for him in January, and they turned it down. I don't know if this is going to happen. It's so annoying because Moses Caicedo, we could have had him for what, £4 million under Ollie, and we didn't do it, and now we're going to go spend like 70-80 million on him. That's just the story of Manchester United. That is where we've been as a football club for too long. Thankfully, with new ownership, new owners coming in, new directors and a new board, scouts, etc., we can move on and get even better. So, guys, any more thoughts on that? Let me know down below. Keep voting on the poll. 97% of people wanting Kim Min Jae out of 112. That's a lot of support for Kim Min Jae in the comments. As well as that, guys, we will be live all week, pretty much live tomorrow. For more news, of course, live with the Chelsea reaction on Thursday night, Friday night for another news show as well. Of course, the interaction is always there with you guys. And our final match of the season on Sunday. Of course, we will be live for that as well. So if you guys want to stick around for that and want to help the channel support it as well, please consider hitting that sub button. Really helps me out, and I promise I will not ask again. Unplug the channel. But let's move on. Let's keep on with the stream, with the show. So of course, big news was all about the preferred bidder. Now we are currently waiting for more news to come in regarding that, but there is some more transfer news coming in for Manchester United, and that is Manchester United are considering signing 2 strikers this summer. I think that's big. I think that could be absolutely enormous for this club. Signing 2 strikers means we can go out and buy a player who might be more experienced and certainly better for the longer term, and sign a younger player who we can work on, develop, improve. And that's how a smart club operates. I mean, you guys look at Real Madrid, that is how you run a football club. Those guys know what they're doing. They have Kroos, like they've got Kroos, they got Modric, and they've just replaced them while still having the players there. They've brought in Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, and now they're bringing in Bellingham. Those guys know what they're doing. That's how we need to run as a football club. A new comment in there as well from, apologies, I actually don't have glasses on, so if I really badly pronounce your name, my friend, I do apologize, but is it Moedi, is it? I'm sorry, man, if I really badly pronounce your name. He says we need QATAR. Thanks for that. Plenty of people think we need QATAR. Obviously, the things that Qataris can do, Radcliffe could only dream to do. Qataris could do what Radcliffe would want to do with the club in 5 years, and they could do it in a single season. They could go out and just invest £1 billion into the stadium, £500,000 into the training facilities. Eric Ten Hag, here's £500 million transfer budget. Have fun. That's what they could do. And United can afford it. We are one of the only clubs who can afford to spend that level of money, because, as we know, the rules say you can only spend how much money you make. We are the biggest brand in football, one of the biggest clubs in all of football. New comment in there as well from Leonard. Apologies if I really badly pronounce your name. We need Sheikh Qatar. Yes, we could see it, man. Lucky in there as well said Glazers said you're allowed bid again closer. Ends the 6 billion. It could happen. The 6 billion mark has been what they've wanted the entire sale progress, and it all depends what's going to happen with that. That it could happen. We could be very close to it. I'm very excited to see where this is going to take us, where we will be going in the next couple of weeks. I think it will be massive for the club, massive in terms of what we want to accomplish, and this will be one of the most important stages of Manchester United's recent history, and it's great to be able to bring it to you guys on the channel. So keep your votes going on the poll. 135. Thank you very much for the support on that one, guys. So much voting, loving the interaction tonight, and of course we will be live tomorrow as well, so don't forget, join us then. Any more thoughts, get them into the comment. Floor is completely open. Your guys' thoughts and your opinions. Let me know what you think about Kim Min Jae, the transfer window, the takeover. Get your thoughts in the comments. Join in with the likes of Lucky and Double A as well, Leonard, all those guys who have supported the channel, commented tonight, and really engaged. Really do appreciate everything. So any more thoughts, get them in down below. And of course, whilst we wait for some more to come in, we will of course be bringing you guys the latest news. So another comment in there from Moedi says, the Glazers are too greedy. Yes, the Glazers are too greedy. They are a greedy family, and they only want money. I mean, you only have to look at what they've been doing recently. They flew into London to watch the Women's FA Cup final. Those guys charged £500,000 to United in expenses. So clearly those guys were eating solid gold and staying in the fanciest hotels that they could find. They don't care. Those guys... The Glazers are one of the biggest disgraces in football. They bought over the club with debt. They never spent a penny. They've took over £1 billion out. They continue just to live off the money United are forced to pay them. I mean, it's disgusting. It is genuinely disgusting of Manchester United, what they've done. So, of course, I think it was Lucky Singh that said about Dusan Vlahovic. So here's some news for you if you are still in the chat, man. And I'm sure this will excite you. And excite other people as well. So we'll get this in real quick for you guys to react to. Let me know your thoughts on this one, of course. Um, but apologies, I have to trim this down. It's so annoying. Um, there, we'll do that. It's very annoying because I have to trim down things to make them fit in the comments. But for anybody looking to know the latest reaction and the latest transfer news, this is coming from Graham Bailey. There is a growing confidence that Dusan Vlahovic wants to join Manchester United. The players' club and camp are indicating he wants to move to England. So that could be very exciting. And of course, that is coming in from Scott Saunders and Graham Bailey. I believe Graham Bailey is writing for ESPN at the moment. So a pretty reliable source, all things considered. There was comments coming in there. Let me just quickly react to that, and that is from Leonard, has says, when are they making a decision about the sale of the club? Well, there was some update on that there tonight, my friend. So we can see from the pinned comment, it is up there for you guys to see. Chat always gets busy, so I always pin the important news updates. We are expecting a preferred bidder by the end of the week. Now that is big. That is big because when we have a preferred bidder, they can enter into separate talks, they can go into separate negotiations. Things can be sewn up very quickly, and we can quickly move on. Get in with the summer because, as the title says, we do not want to screw Eric Ten Hag. The guy has done an amazing job this season. That's us basically in Champions League. We only need 1 point to finish in the Champions League. We've won one trophy. We are in the FA Cup final. Eric Ten Hag, he deserves backing. He deserves support. Let's get him that. Lucky Singh, I knew you were in there, man. I knew you would like to see the Vlahovic link. That's encouragement on Vlahovic. Yeah, man. I think he's a very good player. New comment in there as well from Satwant. Stefan Singh, Glazers. I think it's an emoji. I can't actually see what it says. Another comment in there from Daniel as well. Glazers out, Qatar in. It could happen. And by all accounts, if a Qataris go in with a fifth bid, could come as part of the preferred bidder stage of the sale progress. We could see more bids from Qatar. I think if it's a straight shootout between them and Radcliffe and they are willing to spend the money, there is only one winner in that, because no matter how badly the Glazers might want to stay on to make a bit more money, if Sheikh Jassim comes in with an extra billion and throws it in front of them, those guys are taking that offer. I don't care how much you want money. You comment in there as well. Glazers out. Yes, absolutely, man. Thank you for that as well. Thanks for the comments and the support. Of course, channel has always been Glazers out. We have always supported the message right from day one. And you guys firmly are Glazers out as well. I actually don't think there's any United fans who want the Glazers in. I think they might be the least popular owners in the history of football, but I'm sure there's others out there who would argue against me with that. But so many votes going in on the poll, so if anybody hasn't voted, let me know on that one. And that is whether United should sign Min Jae. 97% of people voting yes. Lucky Singh says, of course. And another comment from QATAR on the way. They could well be. Let's see what happens. There will obviously going live tomorrow. There will be plenty of development and further updates to bring you guys on the sale. Very exciting stuff coming up in regards to that, and we have to be looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a great stream tomorrow because we will have some more news to react to, some more views coming in, and we never know what happens. New comment in there from Kelvin as well. Glazers out. Yes, absolutely. You guys are very passionately Glazers out, and I'm very glad that my audience, my community, you guys are Glazers out. And I love the interaction. I love talking to you guys about this because everybody is so passionate about the Glazers out. As well, Kelvin says Qatar in. There's another backing for Qatar. Tell you what, guys, I will run another quick poll on the stream here. So let me know your thoughts. Sorry, my voice is cracked. Let me know your thoughts on this one. And I'm pretty sure I know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna do an experiment, and that is who by okay, guys, running a new poll in the comments, just because there are some new faces in the stream, some more people joining in, and plenty of people joining in with community. and that is, who should buy Man United, Qatar or Jim Ratcliffe? Keep voting on the poll, guys. Let me know your thoughts on that one. I think I know how this is going to think. I think that Qatar might just win it. Um, by a little bit, I think Qatar might be favorites amongst you guys and who you guys want. There is another comment in there from Lucky Singh saying, I'm praying. Yes, absolutely. We're praying for a quick resolution to all this. Glazers out, says Man Utd as well. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate the support. I'm not sure if I've seen you on the channel, so if you guys are new, welcome to the channel. Of course, great to have you with us here on this Tuesday evening where I am. Don't know what time it is for you guys. Might be early morning, might be afternoon. Let me know down below as well, of course. And yeah, keep voting on the poll. So 18 votes in less than a minute, and everybody is saying Qatar in. Yeah, absolutely. Pastor Milner, good to see you, man, says Glazers, I want them out because it's been too much for them destroying our club. Yes, man, absolutely. Destroying the club from the inside out, and they have been doing it for years. Honestly, it would make you sick. I'm sure you guys are really fed up with it. I'm fed up with it. And the whole sales progress, the sales process is like a condensed view of the Glazer ownership over the last 18 years. It's just money, money, money. Screw the club, screw the fans, screw the players, screw the manager. Just give us as much money as possible. And that's what it's been about the entire sales process. Lucky Singh says, I am praying for Sheikh to him give them a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to come down to. Money will talk on this one. As we can see, you guys are massively favouring Qatari ownership on that poll. 1 minute, 22 votes, 100% are saying yes to Qatar. I think the audience has spoken. I think public perception has spoken, and I think that's what you guys want. And I think that's what we could have. Hopefully, according to the title, we could have a 5th Qatari bid. Now, of course, that could come as part of the preferred bidder option that we were talking about, and it has been the main topic about the stream today, and that is a preferred bidder will be named. That means, Sheikh Jassim, if it's him, he gets to walk into a room with the Glazers, and they will settle on a price. Finally, we are getting somewhere with this. It cannot impact the transfer window any longer. Lucky saying, oh yeah, sorry, I've already read that as well. But yeah, guys, 31 votes. Keep voting on that poll down below in the comments. Qatar or Radcliffe, who do you guys want to be the United owner? Let me know down below. 100% of people in 2 minutes have said Qatar. I think you guys have made your mind up. I think you guys might just want Qatar, but let me know down below if so on that one. Other news breaking from United, of course, and that is regarding transfers. Plenty of transfer talk coming out tonight. That all has been included in the comments. So Dusan Vlahovic has been linked to United once again. Obviously, Victor Osimhen, that's a massive signing. If we are doubtful about being able to have a deal with Tottenham for Harry Kane, I think Vlahovic could be a very good third option, and a player who I enjoy watching. I think he's a very talented player. Definitely not getting the best out of him at Juventus, but for Manchester United, certainly he could. Apologies, sorry for that. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so definitely for United, he could score plenty of goals. Another bit of news coming out from Graham Bailey on the Transfer Podcast, and we will react to it for you guys. And this is a player a lot of you guys like. I like myself. Lucky Singh says Livea. Yes, I really like Livea, and with Southampton being relegated, I think that could be a really good signing. A player we can get for what, like 30 million? So talented, so young, would be brilliant. But there is some latest news in the comments down there for you guys to react to, and that is Manchester United are actively trying to sell Anthony Martial. Eric Ten Hag has internally indicated his willingness to part with the player. That is coming from Scott Saunders and Graham Bailey. So we always do try to show you guys where the news is coming from. A lot of people on YouTube, they do come on and seem to make up a lot of stuff. New comment in there from Lee Sharp. I don't know if that's the actual Lee Sharp. I actually did meet Lee Sharp one time in Manchester, and he told me he was subscribed to my channel. So if that is the real Lee Sharp, welcome on. I see no one picks her, Jim. 100% all for oil. Yeah, man. 44 votes, 4 minutes. Everybody has said Qatar. Alan in there with some emojis. I think can't quite make them out because YouTube's kind of funny about displaying things. Kelvin says Radcliffe has failed Nice. Let him leave United alone. Qatar should buy Man United. Yeah, I mean, what Radcliffe has done with Nice hasn't been great. There does seem to be a lot of fighting between the fans, the players, the management, the ownership. That's not a positive sign for me. Obviously there are concerns about Qatari ownership. We've seen that it didn't work with Malaga. But obviously, that was a different Qatari family. Sheikh Jassim is his own guy, he's his own man, and I'm sure he would come in and appoint the best for United, best directors, CEOs, scouts. We would give Eric Ten Hag the money he needs. We would invest in the stadium, invest in the training grounds. I think that could be a real possibility. I think certainly for me, Qatar can offer a lot to this football club, and I think you guys definitely on the fans, definitely in the poll, are favouring Qatari ownership. 100% of people have voted for him out of 52, so that's a big statement for you guys to come out with. Any more thoughts? Let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think about the transfer rumours coming out tonight? And as well, keep voting on the poll. 55 votes in 5 minutes. That's just incredible support, guys. I really appreciate the engagement and all the support you guys have given me on the stream tonight. And 100% of you guys have all said Qatar. Lucky Singh says Qatar get the stadium he wants it. Yeah, I mean, stadium is a big one. Old Trafford, brilliant stadium, iconic, so many memories, so such great times there. But I mean, there's holes in the ceiling there, like the toilets don't work. It's genuinely fallen down. Comment in there from Foxy. Any confirmation on Bruno leaving? No, I don't think so. I don't think Bruno will be leaving um anytime soon. I think Eric Ten Hag seems to like Bruno Fernandes. I like Bruno Fernandes as well. I don't think he will be leaving. Not seeing anything really on that. I do think maybe Bruno's time could come to an end within the next couple of seasons. I mean, he is what, 28 now. Maybe we'll want to move for some younger players moving into the future, but that all depends on a lot of things. But certainly not the priority positions. Priority positions have to be the striking position for me. We need a goal scorer. Need we need that sort of goal scoring threat in our team. Only Rashford has scored a lot of goals this year, 30 goals in total for Rashford. Bruno's got what, like 11? And then nobody else has scored more than 10. We need more than that, in my opinion. More comments coming flying, and Lucky saying more money for the women game and facilities. Yes, that's a good point, Lucky saying. Of course, the women have been getting changed in caravans and portable changing rooms. That's not good enough. I mean, we're Man United. We're meant to be the biggest and best club, and yet the women's team are getting changed in portable cabins. Not good enough. Pastor Milner, Man U is a big club, so we want to see big players. Yep, absolutely. We do want to see some big players at the club. And yeah, we have to compete with the other big clubs. I mean, look how good Man City are. Look how good the likes of Newcastle are, Madrid, Barcelona. Those teams are great. We need to be up there with them. New comment in there from Alexander as well. What about Kim? It's simple. 48 million release clause will be activated in the 2 weeks of January. Then nothing. Yes, absolutely. I think use that release clause, get him for cheaper, save your summer transfer budget, get a great player in as well. Obviously, we did run a poll. I think about 160 people voted, and 99% of people wanted him at the club. New comment in there as well from Govka. What is wrong with the Glazers? I think everybody knows what's wrong with the Glazers, man. It's taking money out of the club. It's not caring about it. They're greedy. They don't care about the fans. Don't care about the club. Don't care about the history. For any ownership to try to take United out of the Champions League and make a Super League, that just shows that they don't care and they don't belong here. The Champions League European competition, it is so linked to United's history. The Busby Babes, Munich air crash, 1968, of course, the treble as well, 2008. United are a Champions League club, and we always should be one as well. New comment in there from Alan, Qatar to buy Man United. Yes, that certainly seems to be the consensus. 77 votes in 8 minutes. That's incredible support, and 100% of people wanted us to be bought by Qatar. Lee Sharp in there, Govka, what's right with them? um, yeah, I mean, completely agree with that there, man. Lee, completely, like, what is right with the Glazers? I mean, it's just money. It's money, money, money. Greedy. Like, I could go on and on. Like, I could probably get banned from YouTube for saying some of the things I really feel about the Glazers. So we will keep it somewhat PG. New comment in there, Lucky saying we want to build a new stadium, get the manager what he needs. Yes, that's something we're not too sure about. It could happen, it might not happen. New stadium, redevelopment, that's not been decided. Get the manager the players he needs. So Lucky Singh says, shit to him, I'll play. Yep, I hope to see some movement on this in the next couple of days, and certainly in the next couple of weeks. I'm sure by this time tomorrow when we're live again, there will be more developments, more things to share with you guys. But for now, we're going to leave the stream here. So if you guys want to support the channel, please consider hitting that sub button. It helps me out so much, and it helps us grow the community. Thank you very much for all the support on tonight's show, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.